on fire. Alright, DT here at D1NZ. But the boys, don't act like you're camera shy now, bud. So what's the story on the car?
The car is good to go. We're ready to roll. Just going to take it straight to finals, and yeah, job done. Easy day at work.
So I don't know if I mentioned it in yesterday's filming. We had a boost line off. Turns out we just found that this morning, so I couldn't have told him yesterday. So we found a boost line off. So wastegate has 2 lines. Basically, I only had 6 psi. I thought it was an issue with the track just gripped up a ton yesterday, and I was just sort of copped it on the chin and went, yeah, super grippy. We took some grip out, we changed tyres and all that. Turns out, yeah, I had 20. Turns out we're down on power, and I believe we're probably, with the 6 psi down on boost, was probably 300 horsepower. So I need to ask the tuner, but I'd say it'd be around that. So dramatic difference, but we got through, got qualified 6. And today straight on to battles for round 1, tomorrow round 2. Let's get it. 6 psi, how much power would it be making? How much should it be making on all of it? It's been a while since you tuned that car, right?
Yeah, so it makes like about 900 on
All of the boost? Like
not
11?
all, I think it's 11. I think it's 11 or 13. Can't remember. On 6 psi, 700.
Yeah. Yeah, 600, 700. Sounds about
More
right.
than 6.
You reckon?
Yeah, somewhere between the two maybe. Yeah.
Either way, a couple hundred horsepower down.
Definitely missing some stallions.
Missing some stallions. Alright, cool. Well, should hopefully be fixed today. It would have just been that line, you reckon?
Yeah, it would have been running on wastegate base pressure.
And then of course, obviously, it doesn't help that the filter was also garbage.
That's where James would want to run it. So don't ask James that question. Because he
What's
always
that?
wants to turn that car down.
Oh, no, it needs it. Needs it all.
Edit that bit out.
Yeah. The
But
wrong side of the
He's
wastegate
always
fell
like
off.
turn it down. It's like fucking to pull the wastegate hoses off, you know.
Yeah, the wrong wastegate hose fell off for me.
Yeah.
So upon further inspection, it looks like the CV was dry as well, which wouldn't have helped our situation at all. But
fucked it. I'm off the hook. It's nothing to do with me.
I'd have to do with you. Okay, I'm sure the power definitely helped, but that's a good thing. Having the power back, we were actually a PSI shorter target, you said. So we're running 12 and it's meant to be on 13 PSI, but the car, night and day, the car compared to yesterday, I can put it where I want now. Would have been nice for qualifying, but it is what it is. It's my second pass. Broken axle, so yeah, get a freshie in there, a nicely greased up freshie. We're gonna put the tri-aces back on, probably run them up in pressure a little bit, just to be nicer to the drive line, and our speed is, I don't think we're gonna have a speed drama by any means. I think we were pretty damn fast out there, so yeah, it's just keeping it consistent and hopefully keep the car together. And temps, we got to work something out for temps. It did get a little bit warm after the first run. Between the first and second run, we need to work something out, get the temps down a bit more. Because our water sprays aren't working. All right, we're going out now for practice for the battles, and I'm so freaking excited. Now the boost is here, like it's a million times better than it was, so I'm super excited to get out there for the battles. anything under this?
There's only water coming from the front.
Okay.
Interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Alright guys, we are going to be making a shift. I know I've been pushing you guys to become members here on YouTube, and we've been putting up videos a little bit early, but we are going to make the push across to Patreon because we want to just do cooler stuff, and YouTube still gets real antsy about some of the things we're doing, especially out here in the farm. We can get pretty loose. There's a lot of stuff we haven't been able to put up on YouTube, but it's going to be on Patreon. Hit that link right there and jump onto Patreon. We're going to release videos at least 24 hours early onto Patreon. We're going to release videos onto Patreon that you won't see on YouTube. So there's going to be a bunch of good stuff on there. We're also going to set up some stuff where you guys can come back and forth with me and stuff. And yeah, it's going to be rad. I'm excited to get some more videos together. And I do have a dedicated editor now. So I'm using the same editor I have been in all this, but he is now dedicated to our channel, guys. So this is super good news going forward. So definitely jump onto the Patreon because it's going to get better and better, especially the more of you that get on there. It's going to allow us to do more cool stuff. And yeah, check it out. For all the Patreon members, there will be a discount code to grab stuff online as well. So yeah, another reason to become part of the Patreon crew, part of the Fink fam. That's where we're all going to be. So check it out. Eyesight with them on fire. Yeah. Like flames coming out
called
of,
the oil.
Flames are coming up out of my bonnet.
Fuck.
Nikki, how long did anyone have eyes on this fire for before the call come through to me?
That's probably out of my fire extinguisher. Which I don't need anymore.
Before we were called to the fire. That's not good enough, really, eh?
Oh well, we were on fire. Hoping the damage is minimal. I'm hoping the fire was just like something stupid. It didn't seem like, it definitely wasn't a fuel fire. The engine sounded like it was running fine. I just shut it down because there was a lot of smoke. So I'm unsure. I'm hoping just an oil line or something. Okay, good news is the fire hasn't stopped her. You good? So yeah, we'll find out what's going on. But yeah, seems like just maybe a rubber hose dropped onto the manifold.
How did you know power steering?
You got no power steering?
No.
Oh. Boys have found the issue seems to be a power steering blockage, and subsequently, coincidentally, because of that, I guess, an oil line came off. Like a power steering line came off because the line was blocked, and then that's obviously sprayed power steering onto the manifold and fire. So luckily the car fired straight back up. I think we'll be smart to try and find another injector coil loom just to make sure, because this one's definitely crusty, and we should be back underway. The boys are just cleaning it all up, getting those lines all sorted, and we should be back in business. Lucky. We were on fire, I felt like forever, so
Here, not Joe. I'm not that tall, pal. Or you're saying you're tall. Defending champs in the house. What do you make of your progress so far?
I have had a rough day. You know, it's always exciting, this drifting stuff with cars and problems and whatnot. But I can't even blame the car for the start of my weekend. I missed out on a majority of practice due to my poor memory and not realizing I didn't have an NZ drift license. So I wasted half my weekend here without a license and not being able to drive. Finally got the car, had a few dramas, but the JDM boys got onto it. Then earlier today, big fire. I was on fire. I just actually looked at the GoPro. I was on fire for 2 whole minutes.
Damage?
Yeah.
How much?
We're out here, so it's mostly stuff we've replaced.
A lot of politics?
It's stuff we've replaced, and we've had help. We've had one of the drivers from Pro Sport, his name's Luke as well, so good fella, but he's lent us a loom to get us going for today. So anybody in TV world that's anywhere near Invercargill, we need an LS1 coil pack loom. So great place to have a shout out for it, right?
Yeah, perfect place. Use the power of broadcast media. Mate, you said yesterday you're going to have to nurse the car. That was yesterday. Is it still the case now? Because I sometimes think with you, we'll just tell them a nice story and then I'll go and just rip them to shreds. What am I hearing?
All right, so there is an interesting story from yesterday. I just thought the track was super grippy. Turns out I didn't have boost. I was only on 6 PSI of boost, which is the gate pressure on this car. So I was down nearly 300 horsepower, 200 to 300 horsepower I was down. So the boys got onto that this morning, turned that back up, and my first lap out today I was like, oh my god, this is a totally different car to yesterday, and then it caught on fire. But otherwise it's been fantastic. No, it's
I just love how you've gone, oh yeah, but I've got that extra 300 today, boys. Just look in your rear vision mirror.
Well, honestly, I was struggling with the track just because it is a big, high-speed, big power track, and you know the grip I normally enjoy running. I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to run it, and it's almost like a dirty word in my mouth when I go up to like 20 or more PSI in the rear. So you know, it was like, man, I'm going to have to pump these tyres up. I can't spin them, and then yeah, today when we put that pressure in, I was like, oh, we can drop the pressures way back down. Like, put the tri-aces back on. Like, let's go. So
the way you're talking now, everybody should be worried. Okay, we've seen how you go, right? And when you get excited, we know the driving is going to be exciting. Yeah. All right, you go back and enjoy that extra 300 and just try not to have the car on fire. Okay.
Well, yeah, nice tyre fire would be cool. Yeah.
All right, there's your defending champ, Luke Fink. Let's get back to business, shall we?
All right, man, heading out for my first run after the fire. I'm not concerned with fire again. I think everything's going to be fine there. I'm just hoping the car works and does what I need to do, because there's a lot of crispy bits under the bonnet. But yeah, we're just going to send it, man. We just got to send it. It's all we can do. If it catches on fire again, I'm going to drive all the way to the fire extinguisher myself this time. very noisy. From yesterday has got extremely noisy. We changed out the oil, so now it is like crazy noisy. It sounds broken basically. I'm not going to give up though. We're still going to go and send it, see if the diff holds together, or if it doesn't. If it does, fantastic. If it doesn't, it is what it is. We gave it a go. We don't have a spare diff. We don't have one to change out, unfortunately. I don't know. It sucks. This is racing. This is part of it. It may hold together. It might not. I'm hoping for it to hold together, obviously. But we'll see how we go.
So that really, it puts proof in the pudding. So no, thank you, Darren. As we go back into the last battle of the top 16 with Luke Fink and Justin Patterson. Luke Fink in the lead in the JDM Racing 180SX, and Justin Patterson in the chase there in the MGF 16. They come into the first outer zone. Luke doing a very good job staying out very wide in the first outer zone, coming in the second outer zone very good. Justin, something's gone there. He's misjudged that switch, I think, as Luke keeps going into the fourth outer zone and makes it around the circuit. But unfortunately for Justin Patterson there, he's really read that wrong.
So they are Motorsport New Zealand accredited photographers who are permitted out on the race. They have been safety inducted here, and now Luke's had a problem, and Luke's shut down. Now that's gonna 0-0. So Justin's now going to put this all on the line.
Yeah, he's actually going to complete this run.
Oh no!
Commentator's curse, mate. We've done it again.
What did you do, Kiske? What did you do?
It's a different tail shaft. Not emergency this time. Just need a tow in. We still get the win? Got it. Alright, we got a diff. Pretty sure it's a diff. Pretty sure it's a diff.
Yeah, they already got one out.
Alright, sweet.
Hello.
We good?
Okay.
We good? Can I fire? Can I fire?
Yes.
this is going to be really interesting because this has the potential to get quite aggressive here. I think we'll see Fangadan, while we saw him sit back in earlier runs, I don't think he'll give Luke that same ability to potentially gap him.
I don't think he can afford it, to be honest, with a run like that from Luke. As we look at Luke in the lead and Fangadan in the chase.
It's ridiculous.
Luke initiates the first out of zone, makes it into that first out of zone a little bit of time, and he makes his way into the second out of zone, goes back into the second out of zone, back into the pretty good run,
Luke's out of the car already. Luke gets the call. Luke Fink gets the call.
We haven't battled, have we?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, while you two have a chat, let's have a quick chat to you quickly. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Diff gets in, do the job.
Mate, my team is unbelievable, honestly. Like, you do see us here at JDM have a few problems, but you get that. We're usually running 3 cars here, so you're bound to see a few problems. But man, the guys put the work in, got a diff swapped over in, 10 minutes, like, ridiculous. And this is our first battle, multiple times DK, so super fun to battle him out. It was clean, no damage, much to probably a lot of people's disappointment, but yeah, let's get on to top 4.
You're in the top 4, buddy, and mate.
Yeah, it's interesting here. Obviously, Dave was the higher qualifier, qualifying second, and Luke in 6th. So Dave actually chose to lead here as they come off the line. Oh no, so Luke has Dave has chosen Luke to lead as they come off the line into the second outer zone here. Dave's done a pretty good job staying with Luke there. Luke's very, very wide in that third outer zone. Is almost straight line in front from Luke, was it? I think so, and Dave's done very, very well to stay with him and see what happens to the very final edge. It was a bit of a scrappy run there by Luke, as Dave does a very, very good job to adjust to what's happening in front of him.
From a chaseable lead point of view, you couldn't say that was classic Fink.
100%. As we watch the GT Radio replay here, Luke does a pretty good job staying out on outer zone 1, hitting outer zone 2. Dave's there right with him as they switch onto outer zone 3, and this is kind of where it all goes wrong. I think Luke puts on a little bit too much angle and tries to re-rotate the car into outer zone 4 and over-rotates into outer zone 5 and back around into the finish line. And now we're looking at the screen here, but Dave is the only one on the line.
So we have seen in past that Luke can be a little bit slower on the track because I think that car is quite
needs a bit of a cool down. Yeah. You see here, Luke's standing back a little bit just to see if he can dive up on Dave coming into the first initiation. Let's see as they come onto the first initiation zone. Dave doing very well to stay on the outer zone there. It's a little bit inside.
He hit the sign on the inside of the track. You can see where it's from the cable tie out in the front. I'll bet you $10 he tips him. Oh, I just said the one wasn't classic Luke Fink. That's Fink being Fink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 100%. I mean that with the greatest of respect to Luke because Luke will have the hugest smile on his face, right? I'm sure we're going to hear from Stephen shortly with both of them. Dave will be smiling because Dave can get out of it, and Dave will be stoked, I think, to play sponsor. Let's see what happens here as Stephen announces. Dave's just gone over and gone, what are you doing? What are you doing to me?
Get into Luke Fink just quickly. Okay, so you're going to battle for 3 and 4. What happened there? Then you just went, I'm going to go. I'm just going to have a crack.
Yeah, I had a little correction in the lead there and sort of knew I had to put it on the line. And then we have a little bit of a saying at home, enter shit, get hit. And entry into the last corner was a bit like that, so he got hit.
All right, mate, we'll go fix her up because you've got to battle for 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, we've got to fix her up. Oops.
A little bit of a job.
Yeah, that'll be right.
Well done, mate.
You say what I think he said?
Yeah, I think a couple techie tech screws will do the job for him and a couple zip ties, but that's what most drift cars are built with that I handle. And I think the JDM racing cars are somewhat the same.
Yeah, the boys are removing their bumper because Luke will just drive over it, right? Now Luke's car's just come to a halt. No, he's just playing games.
He's all right. He's all right.
He's just playing games. Now, who was the higher qualifier here? Is it Ben is 5, Luke was 6. So Ben gets to choose. So Ben got to choose. That was why Luke sat there. Launchmaster Willie in the Link ECU start box, about to unleash our 3rd and 4th place battle.
Ben's in the lead here in the S15 and Luke in the chase. We'll see what Luke can do as Ben initiates into the first outer zone and does pretty well getting into that first outer zone. Luke's on his door as they come into the second outer zone. Flick back, Luke's still there. He's very much in the smoke and he's trying to adjust to Ben coming into the 3rd, 4th outer zone there. Coming out of the smoke and back onto the...
Oh, Benny. I didn't do that. That was not me.
That was not me.
No, neither of us was talking, and it went again. Is there something binding up in the front or something?
It might. And this is where it all kind of went wrong for Ben as he over-rotates and he tries to... I don't think he gets on gas fast enough and the car probably bogs, and that's all she wrote for Ben in the lead lap.
It almost... So we've talked about this before, some of the Sylvias where they, once they do rotate to full lock, they do bind up and get trapped, don't they, sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what kind of steering system you're running. I mean, I think Ben's running the WiseFab front rack system in the S15. So he's done, there shouldn't be too much steering bind. I think it's probably something else in terms of a cut or a bog or something like that. So unfortunate for Ben there coming off track. Luke doing a very good job in the chase, as he always does in the JDM racing car.
I feel like Luke wanted to put a purple tattoo on that car just then, like just watching the body language of what he was doing. I think he was lining it up. He was going to play a little bit of bump and run on that last corner if he could have got away with it. But it's interesting to see whether Ben comes straight back around, and yes, he does. So obviously not anything too major.
And he hasn't lost any aero, which is pretty good. So all of his body kit, Origin Labo Driftline, is still on the car, which is good to see.
Yeah, control on deleted the bump yesterday. So I think he's been told not to do it today by the boss.
See how Luke goes in the lead there, staying out wide. Ben's on the door as Luke comes into second outer zone, coming into third outer zone. Ben's trying his best to stay in proximity there. Luke switches into outer zone 4. Ben just loses it a little bit and comes into the final outer zone there. Luke's pretty much 90 coming into the finish line, and Ben is trying to keep up there as they finish that lap.
That is Luke saying, I got you. Oh, that's the exclamation. By the way, that Dangerous Dave is the nickname that Dave put into the information sheet. So we didn't just make that up. Call has been made. 3rd place goes to... Luke Fink.
It's 3rd place.
Okay, congratulations, P3.
Yeah, happy with that. Good start to the year. You know, pushed pretty hard. The car's definitely not liking the 2 laps. The diff we put in is a different ratio, so I ended up on limiter a lot more. So we definitely need to work out something for tomorrow. Obviously, same track but backwards. So
yeah, gonna
have to make some changes there. But otherwise, you know, the team, can't say enough for the JDM Racing team and D1NZ and everybody like yourself behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Give me one name: Steedman or Halligan for the win.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Could end in tears. I don't know. It'd be a good one because, well, look, I drove through the back of Steedman, so if he does that again, I'm sure Connor will run through him too. So,
all right.